What's up, everybody? It's Lids, and we're back for some more Pyre, and last time round, we successfully defeated Manly and the Chastity in a liberation rite, and I feel like I've been saying this a lot recently, but we felt as if that was going to be the last liberation rite until only just before said rite, in which the Lone Minstrel let us know that in fact we will have one more after this, at which point in time, I assume, we will in fact be going up against Orlek and the true Nightwings. However, before we do that, we have what I anticipate will be one normal rite in between. That being with the Tempers, I believe? So we will have, in theory, one more opportunity to free someone. But anyways, before we get off to that, we have successfully freed Sir Gilman, and we have Tay here, who has something to say about that. In spite of the late hour, you find Tay minding her own business in the wagon and talking to herself, or rather, to the wagon walls. But most of all, I think I'm going to miss his little chirping sounds. He woke me up with them sometimes. He kept waking me up. He sure was a good friend to both of us, right, little brother? Why, you knew him even better than I did. Much better, I should think. So you must really miss him too. She spreads her arms against the wall. I understand. I do. Those drive-ins up there. Oh, what am I saying? Tizo. Tizo was the one we set free. No, Sir Gilman was the time before that. Tizo was the one that we set free this go-round. My apologies. Those drive-ins up there, they seem very sad about this too. Or maybe some are happy, but I don't know. More food for them to share? And they like food. Tizo sure likes food. I wonder if he'll like the food at home. It's very different, right? And so, maybe he won't? But he eats almost anything. Oh, this must be so exciting for him. And I know, the scribes, they shall be watching over him still. I think maybe they love him best of all. I cannot wait to hear what he thinks of it all. And I think for sure that he will help with Mr. Sandalwood's big plan. That's the great thing about Tizo, little brother. No matter where he goes, he always helps. He always helps. She bounds off without acknowledging your presence in the least. You sense that she has found some peace, despite now being separated from her little friend, Tizo. You hope by now that she has found a safe path, or that he has found a safe passage in the Commonwealth. I hope so too. I mean, he has never been to the Commonwealth before, since he grew up and spent all of his life in the downside, so I hope that he is still able to make things work there, and of course, help out with our plan too. Let's check out the Book of Rites on Legacy. In the words of Triesta Tippis, Reader, though you shall always bear a burden, it is much lighter than the burden of a lonesome exile. Go forth and become free. Then, join with others such as you and lead with mercy, continuing to demonstrate your worth, knowing the Empire's fall formed the foundation of our Commonwealth. You shall cease to be a reader, become a voice both to the free and to your successors here, who shall take up this book when you no longer need it. The cycle of the rites shall see too that you, and others like you, shall be liberated, hear the coming of another age. May the stars shine ever brightly on us all. Ah! Become a voice. Another age. I mean, so we know that the current voice is the Archbishop, who was formerly a Nightwing, and then became free. And there was talk of us, or at least he mentioned, that there was a time when he was thinking that we might even replace him. And we have also heard that, what with the stars fizzling out, that It is the sign of the end of an age. So I would think that that means the current voice may be soon replaced. That may be the way that readers gain their freedom. It's not through directly participating in the rites, but I don't know, being the most successful reader in any given age? Don't know exactly. Sure, we will see more on that front, though. So let us continue. Like I said, I believe we are set to face the Tempers. It is daybreak. We are to set forth now for the Cairn of Aun, for what appears to be the final time. Thereafter, we shall return here, one last exile's final chance at liberty. Alright, let's take off. We'll be on our way. So yes, it sounds like, at least my assumption was that we'd only have one typical rite added here. Imps. We'd only have one normal rite. Ooh, hello dissidents, I didn't even see you there. I swear. They follow us into the zone? They do. Huh. They're after us! Run away! They're the Pyres. Are they gonna try to hit us back? Or are they just carrying on their way? Okay. Maybe they don't actually mind us. But what I was going to say was that I was assuming that we would only have one more of our normal rites before the Liberation Rite. That was mostly speculation given how the cycles have been slowing down, but it does seem as though we more or less just had confirmation. Alright, and we are here now. Let's see what our two landing spot options are. We have Lixand, an arid southern pass toward the ominous Cairn of Aun. Wilfred believes this route should be cleared if you wish to pursue your vocations. Alternatively, a rocky northern pass toward the ominous Cairn of Aun is the Shunt, which Bertrude has a hunch we might find something of value on this route. So, here is something that I've been thinking a little bit about, is at this point we have 4 exiles left. I know we failed in one of our liberation rites, so we do have 4, and theoretically we could have been as low as 3 exiles remaining at this point. But my point here is that at this point, we have very few people left, and that means that sure, we have Ruki, we have Tay, 2 of the people who have been some of our mainstays in the rites, but it also means that our remaining 2 after that are 2 people who we have spent very little time using. However, well, and that means that they aren't very enlightened, and that it seemed as though at one point there was very little chance of them being able to become free. But now, Bertrude and Volfred, there's a possibility. I mean, one of them is going to be eligible. Right now, I believe it's Volfred. That's significant because, I mean, I'm assuming that they are the 2 people who would have the most impact in the Commonwealth should they become free, because they've been so instrumental to the execution of spreading Volfred's, propaganda. But since that is presumably a key component of the plan, getting one of them over would be a big deal. So, if we were to pursue our vocations, we could deliberately try to tutor one of them and boost up their enlightenment further, hopefully to the point where they can gain a rank before that liberation rite. Or, if we were to try to seek out something valuable, we could potentially use that to purchase more of the one rite bonus items. The things that we used in not the most recent liberation rite, but I think the one prior to that, and that we started to accumulate again. We bought, I think, 1 or 2 at our previous Falcon Ron visit, so I actually think that might be preferable. So let's land here. Alright. Have anyone to talk to? No, but we can explore the Shunt with Bertrude, so let's accompany her. You make time to explore the dusty waste of Shunt with your companions. We have seen naught. And thou? Nothing of note. Perhaps we should extend our search. They turn to you. You may continue searching, or return to the wagon empty-handed and pursue your vocations. Okay, and I mean, now they're giving us the option of reconsidering that decision. We can keep searching. There must be something around here that you can use, and you pretend to find it. Otherwise, we can head back if we think that our time is better spent pursuing our vocations than rummaging through wilderness. So, I mean, if we are truly able to find something, that would be great. But if there is some chance that we come up empty, then, of course, vocations are better than nothing. I think let's give it a shot. You spend more time exploring unchecked nooks and corners of the area. It is an exhaustive process, but eventually, your search yields something you can use. Awesome. You receive rafter fungus. Better than nothing. It sells for quite a bit. 71 soul is no joke. Alright, so let's continue our journey. I think that was successful, for sure. We'll go to the Cairn of Auld, so I don't intend to use those coins to purchase those things to use in this rite. I mean, if they're available from Falcon Run and we can afford them, then sure, we might buy them anyway and just stockpile them for the time being. But this rite, comparatively speaking, is certainly not as important as the one that is coming after it, the Liberation Rite. So this, in many ways, is almost, I think we could see it as a practice run in which we're going to have to work in either Bertrude or Bulfred, probably whichever one we intend to use in the Liberation Rite, and find a way to make the rite work with them. I mean, we did have one a little while ago in which we relied on both of them simultaneously, so maybe we can fall back on whichever strategies we used then. Oh, hey guys, I noticed that your little imp pal, he ain't with you anymore. Is he okay? I heard the wildest thing. He somehow got out of here, back to the other side, and I'm just like, why would an imp want that? Okay, so, see, we have these little presence upgrades, a little hope upgrade, nothing on the quickness front, which is the stuff that I would prefer purchase. Could, of course, sell this. I will proceed to do. So we had basically no coins up until that point. Just for reference, that means we might fall just short of being able to purchase one of the permanent ones, but at least the one right serums you might be able to get two. In fact, that's how you get a repeat customer there, Dad. You give him a deal. I want to quickly check here. I should have been doing this more often. I think we've had probably several of those berries that we've missed. Hey, you guys forget something? Eh? That I did. I want to do this because it looks like that tiny little 5-coin boost that we just got might be the difference between being able to purchase 2 of these things or not being able to purchase 2 of these things, or being able to get one of these or not being able to get one of these. So, wanted to make sure that we still got the chance to do that. I mean, if we're desperate, we could sell our little bits of Stardust for scraps, but we'll see if that's necessary. We did pick up one of these in the previous Falcon Ron visit, as I was saying, so we do have a little bit we're holding on to. It's not the quickness bonus, which is the one that I really like. Hope is something. Okay, there we go. So now, let's commence the rite. After making all the necessary preparations amid the dry flats of the Cairn of Auld, you and your companions await the commencement of rites. It is quieter, even than usual, at the onset of such events. The lone minstrel appears, bearing some sort of news. Yay! I have checked. It appears as though the Templars have not yet arrived, sir. Not a good sign. If they don't arrive, then we don't have a right. In which case, would we potentially be going straight to the Liberation Rite? Well, I mean, it's possible. There is no sign of Narius or anyone. The sigil is not set either. What he says is true, and your adversaries are not present. Soon, I cannot commence. However, the stars themselves soon indicate our mistake. Will it be Ignarius, or will the true Nightwings choose to make an appearance here as well? I don't know. I mean, this would be one of our last opportunities to throw in Titan Stars, but it's really not something that I'm particularly inclined to do right now, because I think most important is that we, well, practice with either Volfred or Bertrude. I think it's going to be Volfred. The 8 scribes hate their freedom. We may yet have ours.
Reader, the Commonwealth, your home. Today it is aflame. Much like a stack of books. Aflame because of you. Because of your outlandish plan. Not that you care. Not that you shall live to see this place again. Your attempts at revolution shan't succeed. Though by all means, keep trying. As for myself, I shall enjoy presiding over these remaining rites.
There's no one on the other side right now. Also, yeah, we had heard Volfred trying to make it sound like this plan of his was peaceful, but I think it was Sandra, actually, who had suggested that this isn't likely to be all that peaceful after all, and if we are to believe the voice, he would, well, it seems as though he's suggesting pretty outright that it's not been so peaceful after all. Whether or not the Commonwealth is truly on fire right now, not sure how much we can trust it. But anyway, let's see what the Lone Minstrel has to say. The rite is sent to commence. Adversaries, they have failed to show. Whoa! They just gave up on this whole thing? Or maybe something happened? I don't know. Indeed, the rites are drawing to a close. Some of the triumvirates whom you have met, perhaps they are beginning to decide the stars are what will be freedom only. Ignarius. We wondered whether he would give up on the rites like that. I mean, last time we saw him, he was having a lot of doubts. We were able to read his mind a little bit, in which he was talking about how he felt like he was washed up and not as capable as he used to be. So, I'm not terribly surprised if he decides not to show, but we'll see. He did seem rather disaffected, having failed in the Liberation Rite before. Perhaps he did finally decide to quit, for good. In any case, we have begun the ceremony. So, I ask. What? Huh?
Choose now, your band of traitors.
I mean, I thought that we had heard in the Book of Rites, and based on what those people were just saying, that if our adversaries don't show up, that there's no right. Isn't that why there were no liberation rites? I shouldn't put Volfred first. Even if we did want to have him participate, that means that he is going to be the first person that we start controlling, and usually that is the person we want to be our sprinter. But this could be a really short rite. Maybe there's more to it than just this.
With that out of the way.
Uh-huh. Well, this one's on the house, I guess. Maybe. Maybe not.
Lo, even your adversaries have abandoned you. And it is done. The
Okay.
Nightwings prevail by default. Not that their adversaries even care.
Oh dear. Wow. I didn't see that one coming. My only hope is that our would-be adversaries find some peace.
Boundless are the teachings of the scribes.
Oh, no experience from that. But Wolfred scored. We did actually have a right. Kind of, sort of, okay, maybe.
Until the next right, if there even is to be another one.
Oh dear. Oh no, what have we done? Things all out of whack. Everyone's here. No one speaks further. The Templars back at the Black Wagon. Everyone is instead preoccupied with the right that is to come. So, this is really our last shot at getting someone out of here? I'm afraid so. Our plan is an imperfect one, yet here we are, faced with this vital opportunity. Alright, did our plan gain or lose probability of success? I think it gained a lot. I don't think it was in the 80s before then. Again, I keep on forgetting to check the probability before we enter into a right. We probably ought to be doing that each time, just to be absolutely certain how it's changing each go-round, but I think that did go up. He looks over to you. Reader, my boy, please go see for yourself. I think we all know where we are headed next, and I suspect I know whom we shall face when we arrive. Yeah, it's gonna be the true Nightwings and Orlek, I'm sure. The others turn to you as well. Turn toward the wagon's door. You know what you shall see out there. Now, however, the time has come to face it. The dim and fading light of the final star still pierces through the darkness, demanding your attention, guiding you toward the end point of your You see plain the golden star of Solian. Upon it, last. There it is. Our last shot. 81%, we are certain here. And, man, okay, as if it wasn't clear before. No more essence, no tempers, no chastity, no nobody. Looks like we were, technically, supposed to face the Pyre Hearts, but, I mean, that's clearly no longer the case. Let's see what Fulfred has to say of the state of things as they currently stand. The last remaining stars shall soon be gone. We have this one last chance to get one of us out. May the scribes be merciful to us all. Alright. Up we go. And yes, as if there was any doubt, as we can see here, the golden star burns bright over the fall of Solian. Orlek is already on his way. We did beat him the last time we faced against him, but they are not going to be an easy opponent, those true Nightwings. They were very difficult when last we went against them, and I mean, it's been a while since then. I can only imagine that they've gotten more powerful in the meantime. You are summoned to the Fall of Solian for your 7th and final liberation. Thus shall the cycle of the rites be ended for an age. You sense that if the rites shall ever commence again, it shall not be during your lifetime, or that of any of you, even the longest lived one. The stars reveal to you one thing more. The adversary whom you face shall be Orlek. Already, he has crossed the Scribe's Gate and awaits your arrival. If the 8 scribes created the Nightwings in their own likeness, perhaps it is only fitting that the Nightwings should, in the end, be forced to face themselves. Orlek, curse this damnable cycle, that it must pit us against him in this, our final chance. Let us retire for the night. We shall not have many chances more for rest before our journey's ended. The group disperses as exhaustion sets in. At dawn, you fly to Mount Elodial to make a final effort to achieve your plan and get somebody home. Ooh. All right. Wow. Well, that was not what I expected to happen there. I mean, fair to say, our easiest right thus far, of course, but still a little unnerving knowing that that's just a preview, or just, I mean, not even much of a warm-up as we were originally planning to have before facing off against our true rivals, the true Nightwings. As I was saying, I think they're going to be quite difficult to go up against. I'm sure Orlek will be more than ready to face off against his former group. And it will be, for certain, our final liberation round. I know this is a short one here, but I think I'm going to wrap it up and save that final liberation right for the next video. Hope you enjoyed this one. See you next time.